Hey there, I'm estate planning attorney Paul Rabalais, and in this video, we're going to talk about how urgent it may be to take some action given the fact that we might have a President Biden and a whole new estate tax. So in this video, it's really designed to show some people why they should take action right now in order to avoid a bunch of tax down the road. So here it is. It's Friday, November 6th. It appears Joe Biden will be our president, and I guess it's possible President Trump could somehow pull it out. But in fact, this video will be applicable to you even if Trump wins, because there's some scheduled tax law changes that will take place in about 5 years, and it's likely you're going to live that long. But Joe Biden's estate tax plans are vague, but what's not vague is he's been clear that he's going to cause the estate tax to be, many more families are going to be subject to the estate tax. Right now we have this really high $11.58 million estate tax exemption, and it is clear that he's going to reduce that estate tax exemption, but what's he going to reduce it to? Some say maybe 3.5 million. Your guess is as good as mine. The fact that maybe he's been vague may make it easier for him to really sock it to estates so that, when people die, 40 to 50% or more of the, of what someone owns will go to the government. So here's why perhaps you should consider taking some action right now. So let's say you're sitting on an estate of 4 or 5 million, let's call it 5 million. And I realize the minority of people have $5 million estates. And so maybe this video isn't perfect for everybody, but if I can help a few people save a lot of money for their family, keep it in the family, avoid losing it to the government, hey, let's rock and roll. So someone sitting on that perhaps $5 million estate right now, no problem from an estate tax perspective. We have this large estate tax exemption. It's $11.58 million. Don't need to do anything. I'll never have an estate that large. So, but if you wait to do anything until, let's say, new tax laws affecting many more estates take effect in, let's say, 2022. Well, at that time, you will have wished you would have taken some action earlier. Let me give an example. Let's say you're sitting on an estate of $5 million, you got 2 kids, you got 4 grandkids, and they say, they pass new legislation and you realize your estate's going to get whacked when you die. So you got your 2 kids, you got your 4 grandkids, you're thinking, okay, what can I do? Let me start doing some gifting. And you realize the gifting limit per person per year is $15,000. So you can give $15,000 to each of your kids, you can give $15,000 to each of your grandkids. That's 6 people you're giving to. Give $15,000 to each of them. That totals $90,000 a year you can really get out of your estate year after year after year. And what you get out of your estate will not be subject to that 40, 50% or more estate tax, whatever it might be. But here's the problem. Let's say your estate grows at a modest 4% rate. So sitting on a $5 million estate, your estate's going to grow by about $200,000 each year. And if our gift and estate tax laws only allow you to gift $90,000 per year without using whatever that estate tax exemption might be, your estate's going to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And no matter how long you live, you'll never be able to give it away fast enough to reduce the value of your estate to try to reduce or avoid estate tax. Now, I will tell you, so with that being said, if you want to avoid estate tax and you're in that ballpark, you want to start gifting now. On the other hand, gifting isn't for everyone. Gifting is ideal for that person or that couple who clearly feel that they have more than enough to meet all of their future financial needs. Gifting is great for people who have this mindset of, I hate paying taxes and I want to do whatever I got to do to avoid taxes. Gifting, when you have the potential of being subject to estate tax, is ideal for those people. Gifting is ideal for those who are comfortable making gifts to their children and grandchildren or even others. Now, note that if you make gifts, you can make them either outright. Let's say you have a couple of kids who are 40 years old and they're mature. You got no problem writing them a $15,000 check. But you got some young grandkids. Maybe they're 10, maybe they're 22, and you don't want to just give them cash because they're going to go blow it. Well, instead of making gifts outright, you can make gifts into a trust for them. I'm going to link you to a video just at the top of the screen that talks about what's called crummy trusts that you can gift into to still take advantage of these gifting limits. So the bottom line on that note is that tax law alone should not drive all of your financial and life decisions. However, if you're comfortable giving and you really don't want to have your family incur all of this estate tax, then you may want to start right now, because once January 1st, 2021 rolls around, you lose the opportunity to do that gifting that you could have done in the year 2020. And if you're going to do 2020 or 2020 gifting, especially if you're going to gift into a trust, that's why I made this video today on November 6th. You need to start right now because it takes time. You've got to talk to an estate lawyer and you got to discuss all these things. Then you got to work with them to make a plan. Then the lawyer's got to gather all the appropriate information and prepare all of the trust instruments and all the legal documentation. And then you got to review everything. And then you got to sign all these trusts, putting them into existence. And then you have to work with the trustee of those trusts to establish trust accounts. And then you have to move assets of yours into these trusts, all done before December 31st. And with Thanksgiving and Christmas roll around, things tend to move slow. So really important that if it's something that's applicable to you, probably Monday, November 9th, you'll probably be making that call and say, maybe I should, look into this so we can really have, be able to take our time and get things done by the end of the year. So there are a number of other potential tax issues involved in a Joe Biden presidency. But I wanted to focus on the estate tax because it's the one thing where you could do something right now that can really help your family avoid tax in the future. And yes, there's all kinds of other tax issues with a Joe Biden presidency, whether it's the increase in income and capital gains tax rates, whether it's the loss of the step up in basis, whether it's the possibility for an annual wealth tax. And then also my example today was all about a single person. Married couples get to exempt more from the estate tax, so just be aware that that exists. But I did feel like I had a sense of urgency to give you a sense of urgency to, if the circumstances warrant it, start right now, because if you lose that opportunity to do things in 2020, you can't get that back once the calendar rolls into 2021, and you might have one of those estates that's going to grow faster than you can give it away under the gift tax exclusion limits, and you might regret not taking action earlier. So love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Hey, I got a big announcement to make. Love to see you subscribe. I've been kind of aiming for this channel to reach the 10,000 subscriber milestone. And right before I made this video, I checked and I had 9,994 subscribers to this channel. So you might be the one that gets me to that milestone, or at least helps me blow past that 10,000 milestone as we go toward 20,000 subscriber milestone in 2021. So thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and hope you've enjoyed watching my videos half as much as I've enjoyed making them. We're all going to get through this crazy 2020 year and look forward to continue providing you with education. We will see you next time.